G'day, it's Matt from the Nulon Garage. In this DIY video, we will guide you through flushing and cleaning your cooling system and replacing your old coolant. It's a simple process that can be completed at home with a few tools and in 6 easy to follow steps. To flush and change coolant, you'll need the following: screwdrivers, socket set and pliers for removing the radiator drain plug and radiator hose clamps, fluid pan that can hold up to 10 litres, bag of rags to clean up any spills or drops, vehicle jack and jack stands or car ramps, Nulon cooling system flush, access to tap water and a container, correct coolant and demineralised water for your make and model car. This can be found in your handbook or via the Nulon website. First, you need to jack up the car. Use the jack to lift and support the vehicle with jack stands. Try to keep the car level. If you can't, a tip is to angle the car so the radiator drain plug is the lowest point. You want the car to be off the ground enough for you to work under, but remember, the greater your car's angle front to back, the less effective you'll be at flushing the entire cooling system. Remember to jack the car on its recommended points. Refer to the handbook if unsure where these are. Remember to check the temp of your vehicle before you start. We want it to be cold or lukewarm at most. There are a few different options for flushing your cooling system. Nulon's Radiator Flush and Clean is formulated to give your entire system a thorough clean in as little as 20 minutes. It targets harmful scale and sludge buildup on metal surfaces. This improves heat transfer and reduces overheating potential. It will also neutralize harmful acids that build up over time. If you have been unlucky enough to have had a head gasket or engine failure, you might notice some oil or heavy sludge in the radiator. That's when Nulon's Pro Strength Extreme Cooling System Flush and Degreaser is recommended. This high-strength formulation contains potassium hydroxide and will target oil, fuel, scale, and sludge buildup in the entire system. It's safe for all radiators and cooling components. With the car safely set up, it's time to flush your cooling system. For best results, we recommend draining the coolant out and replacing it with water before you add one of Nulon's cooling system flushes. Locate the radiator drain plug and identify the tool you will need to remove it. Place the drain pan under the radiator and remove the plug to drain the old coolant. Once you have drained as much coolant as possible out of the radiator, it's time to add the flush. Top up with tap water and replace the radiator cap. Start the engine and turn your heater to hot to open your heat exchanger. Keep the vehicle running for 20 to 45 minutes for the flush and clean, or 45 to 90 minutes for the extreme cooling system flush. Monitoring your car during this time is essential to maintaining normal operating temperature. Once you have given the Nulon cooling flush time to do its work, allow the vehicle to cool and remove the drain plug. To ensure you remove all existing coolant, repeat the process by refilling the car with demineralised water or clean tap water. Run the car until it reaches operating temperature and then turn it off to cool down and drain again. Repeat this process until the fluid you are draining appears clean and clear. Ensuring the correct coolant ratio is crucial for maintaining normal operating temperatures and long life protection of your cooling system. Firstly, identify the cooling system capacity of your vehicle, which can be found in your handbook or on the Nulon website. The ideal coolant ratio in Australia is 1:1. That is 1 part demineralised water to 1 part coolant. To achieve this ratio, add 50% of your system's cooling capacity in coolant to your radiator, then top it up with water. For example, if your cooling system capacity is 10 litres, add 5 litres of the appropriate Nulon Long Life Coolant Concentrate. Finally, top up with Nulon radiator and battery water to achieve the perfect 1:1 ratio. Now that we've successfully flushed, drained, and refilled our cooling system, it's time to bleed it to remove any air stuck behind the thermostat or heat exchanger. Always refer to your owner's manual on the correct process of bleeding your system, as some modern vehicles may need a scan tool to allow you to bleed the cooling system thoroughly. In our case, the bleeding process is as follows. Ensure your radiator cap on the radiator or expansion tank is the highest point in the cooling system. Ensure your heater is turned on to open the cooling system thoroughly. With the radiator cap removed, start your vehicle to allow new coolant to flow through the engine. You'll experience some bubbling as the air escapes. The goal here is to get the car up to temperature with the cap off. This will allow the thermostat to open and aid in bleeding the air from the cooling system. You'll notice a sudden drop in the coolant level once the thermostat opens. Top up with radiator water and replace the cap for the final time. The final step in this cooling system flush is to test drive your vehicle to ensure it reaches and maintains operating temperature. If you find the temperature climbs above normal range or fluctuates more than usual, you may have air trapped in the system. If so, repeat step 5 to ensure all the air has been bled out. And there you have it, the correct way to flush and replace your vehicle's coolant. To find the correct product recommendation for your vehicle, visit nulon.com.au and use our handy lube guide or rego lookup tool.